Hello, everyone. This is Rob Gorman. I'm filling in, going to do my best to fill in, help Lynn tonight. Ron Holbert is a little bit under the weather. So in keeping with tradition, which is now over 13 months of continuous running, welcome to Friday Night Live.
Good job. Good job. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Live. We're happy you're all here. We have 164 people here so far, and hopefully we'll climb over 200 and 300 tonight. We'll see. But we have a good show lined up for you today. We've got our guest speakers. We've got Mike Ellis and Dan Street as our special guest speakers. And our topic tonight is ONPASSIVE, the Internet Shakeup. So without further ado, we're going to start with the OTech pros, beginning with Oliver Fonte. Oh, I'm sorry, beginning with Bob Takusi. There you go.
I thought you changed the plan.
I wouldn't do that on you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. My name is Bob Takusi. I'm also your friend. It's a really distinct pleasure to be here, as always. Good to see you, Brother Madi and Mr. John Barilla, all the usual Friday Night Live attendees. Today's topic is also very interesting, you know. I can hear the rumble. I don't know about you guys. I can hear the rumble, the rumble. It's coming closer and closer, and the sound is getting louder and louder. The rumble. Some call it the internet quake. I call it actually the juggernaut. That force that is unstoppable, it will not be stopped. But I think it is actually the internet shakeup, which is our topic for tonight. We want to talk about ONPASSIVE as the internet shakeup. ONPASSIVE is going to shake up the internet. We'll start by the user experience that ONPASSIVE is going to give her users. The user experience and the value. The user experience through the value that she brings. Users are going to come in and use ONPASSIVE product, and they are going to have an exhilarating experience. Let's put it that way. Remember Catmo? Catmo. If you want to understand ONPASSIVE, you should know what Catmo is. That complete digital system that is automated, powered by artificial intelligence, with targeted traffic for you, the founders, and some resellers to make money for you even while you are asleep. Do we know of anything like that right now in the marketplace? No. So ONPASSIVE is coming in to shake it all up. She's bringing an ecosystem to the marketplace where every user on the internet, everyone, big or small, you have something to use. And when you come and you use these her products, your experience is going to tell. You are going to be the one who is going to go talk about ONPASSIVE, about what the hell of an experience that you had with the products of ONPASSIVE that you use. She gives you, she brands you. Remember, all of us, especially those of us who are coming in as founders or resellers. She brands you. ONPASSIVE brands you. As a founder, she brands you. You have your own digital market, digital space, digital website, digital space, you know, with all the products of ONPASSIVE being sold on your own digital marketplace. You know, you have like a virtual mall that is yours. Do you know of any other company that does that? That brands her founders individually. Every individual founder is being branded with a dynamic website that changes every day. Every day, users who come into your website, they get a different experience. just from the visualization from what they see. We don't know about that as of now. This is how ONPASSIVE comes into the market with full force to shake it up. But the true secret of ONPASSIVE, the true secret, is in her founder and her products. That is where we're going to focus tonight, myself and my brothers, my OTech Pro brothers, because we realize that the really shake up by ONPASSIVE is through her products. But that comes through the founder. Remember, our founder is a master in information technology. He knows the technology and he's also a master brander and marketer. So he combines these two and brings us ONPASSIVE through the products. Remember, each and every one of ONPASSIVE products are multi-billion-dollar corporation as a standalone. There is a misnomer or a mistake that we make. We look at ONPASSIVE as a whole, we just say ONPASSIVE. No. Like my brother Collis always says, if you look at ONPASSIVE as individual products, or you will realize that each of these products are a corporation or is a corporation. And not only a corporation, but a multi-billion-dollar corporation. That is a fact. You take your time and do your research and look at each and every product. Is it O-Connect, O-Staff, O-Net, any of them? It is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And it is true that those products that will shake up the internet, no doubt. ONPASSIVE is coming through her products with technologies and features that are yet known. We haven't seen them yet. We're going to talk about a few of them. We're going to talk about the products. Let me give you one, for example, real quickly. We're not going to dive into the products too much. But let's talk about Academy. Let me explain just very briefly how Academy does not only shake up the internet, but shakes up the world. Academy, our academic institution. Through Academy, Ash Mufara brings the classroom to every household around the world. It doesn't matter where you are. Be in Papua New Guinea, the remote villages of Papua New Guinea, or where I come from by origin in Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Bangladesh, Pakistan, you name it. Wherever you are with ONPASSIVE, so long as you have connection to the internet, the classroom is brought to you, to your household, to your house. That is something that we don't know of right now. But here is the significance of what Mr. Mufara does and how he shakes up the world with the internet through Academy. Let me demonstrate this with a real-life example of myself. I just left off my son to college 2 days ago. But when he was 5, he went to kindergarten up 2 miles up the street. A school called Prospect Mill Elementary. I vividly remember his kindergarten teacher, a lady called Katie Weeks. Katie Weeks, through Academy, can upload her curriculum and teach kindergarten children all over the world, just like they were here in the United States. We know that the United States is the beacon of hope around the world. Every single country, every child wants to be in the United States, wants to be an American. That is a fact. But the significance of what Academy is going to do is that you remember, these children's minds are very flexible. Miss Katie Weeks could influence these children at the other end of the world through her education, through her kindergarten courses that she will teach these children. The minds are very flexible, and they will start thinking and behaving like Americans. That is an internet shakeup. Because through Academy, Ash Mufara brings the world together, the world converges through education. I believe that's the shakeup of all shakeups. My brothers are going to talk more about some of the products and how they actually shake up the internet. We, the founders, should also shake up the internet in our own little way, or shake up our communities, wherever we are, through our good deeds. Mr. Mufara has given us an opportunity of a lifetime. It will never happen again. ONPASSIVE, the concept of ONPASSIVE, or everything about ONPASSIVE can never be duplicated by someone else, because you must have the heart of Ash Mufara. And we all can attest that there are not two Ash Mufara. There will never be a second Ash Mufara. So we take his gift and also shake up our worlds wherever we are around the world. There is a sleeping giant right now, waiting to begin to shake up the world. It is a small foundation also that is called the MFA, the Missionary for Africa. They have set up shop very quietly, doing the things that are necessary to spring to action, having their executive body, auditors, secretariat, core values that binds them together with a template to replicate across Africa around the world. That is how we're going to shake it up once ONPASSIVE is launched to the world. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much. Great presentation. And now we go to Mr. Oliver Fonte.
Hey, everybody. Want to thank everybody being here today. Madi Degamo, big bro, for setting up live stream for us.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I gotta play a clip first before you begin, okay? I forgot. Okay, so we'll put you on in a second. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna play a clip from Marty DeGarmo's live. He did a live yesterday, and we had a surprise call from none other than Mr. Ash Mufara. So we wanted to share that clip with you right now. So let's take it to that clip. Let me share the computer sound. And can you hear me, right? You guys hear me? Thumbs up if you hear me. Okay, good. So we're gonna play that clip right now.
I'm getting called. I don't know if I ran out of time or what. Oh no. Let's ask me for Hold on a minute.
Hello, brother.
Yeah, I'm on a live. Do you want me to call you back?
No, I actually can't hold myself if it's okay. There's one way to look at this. Everybody is going to use the products of ONPASSIVE. Let me tell you something. They are already using this stuff. So how did we connect with these people? All right. So if you are in, you need what we have, whether it's Academy or Bless or Mail, you have something to use. That's number one. Number two, even if you don't use, which is I find it ridiculous not to use anything, but hypothetically, if you don't use anything from our product lines, okay, you are going to be contributing in the impact of them, whether it's Academy or Bless or Women or blessing other people. So you are somehow needed and you will benefit. Now, it gets even better. Even if you're in and not using the products, well, is that a bad thing? Because we're doing the work for you. Thank God you didn't have to do much because we're doing it like the pros on your behalf while you enjoy your life. And at the same time, we split the results. It's incredible.
Yeah,
So that's how you want to look at it.
it's amazing. Yeah, I know.
So to recap, all right, everybody is going to have something to use, whether they know it or not. I mean, they already use our stuff, number one, but just different brands for now. They are already online, right? 5 billion people are going to use our products. Number two, even if they don't directly use them, because we're doing the work on their behalf anyway, they will still benefit because they're all humans. They would love to participate and contribute in that impact. All right, brother, I leave you. I know you're live, but that's really important, okay?
Yeah.
To know that you can only win whether using the products, the impact of the products, the profit of the products that we all share. It's crazy.
Couldn't have said it. Couldn't have said it any better. Now I can shut down the live. Thank you very much, Ash.
All right. Did you say it? Am I live?
Yeah.
Oh no, you should have had the permission, brother. Okay, now we are gonna have a lawsuit, and
Oh God.
this is my material. No, I'm kidding, of course.
All right, I'll see you, Ash.
I love you, brother. You take care.
I love you too. Bye. Well, that was a surprise.
All right. Wasn't that a great clip? All right. Let me pause. Okay. That is a perfect clip because it's in line with our discussion today. And we're talking about the products and how ONPASSIVE is the internet shakeup. So I think it's perfect prelude to Oliver Fonte, who's now going to take the floor.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Hope we are all fired up. Listen to what the CEO said yesterday for a few minutes in a Madi Digamo show. 5 billion people will use our product, you like it or not. The founder position is shut down. If you are not a founder, you'll be a reseller or a customer. No matter what, you use our product. My brother Collins always said that, he started saying these things last year, that if you don't want to be a founder, you use our products. We use other products. If we look today, the 1.4 million founders today, with all the emails that we've used, Gmail, Yahoo, are we founders? With Google or Yahoo? No, but we use them. That is how the CEO has reiterated to us and has made us to understand that the 5 million users, internet users today all over the world, will use this product, they like it or not. Being a founder or a reseller or not, you use our product. Academy, Connect, Mail.ai, Net, Opal. That is, Opal is our own WhatsApp. I know the whole Africa and the other countries will use Opal. I want to say we are in a better place and we are fine. The internet shakeup, this is what we are talking about. This is what we are talking about. And we are the eagles. When you come, we go higher. You come, we go higher. You will never get us. That is the internet shake. Let me talk about our product. And before even talking about our product, people were a little bit confused last week when the CEO came out and talked. They were a little bit confused. He is talking the cool. Whatever he has said before stands. Whatever the CEO has mentioned before stands. I just want us to get this point. It should sink into our brain. He will not come that he wants to talk to us, then he will go back and start repeating what he said at the past. To wasting time. he will just tell us the improvement, the Airdopes that are there. But all what he has said before, like for the products, they all stand. So please, we should get that. We should be patient with him. Listen. Don't come to a webinar that you want to come and listen what you want to hear. No, come with an open mind. We are talking about technology here. At this point that we are talking, for what I know, being in the field, he has no control anymore. I will say this again. The CEO, the tech guys in Hyderabad, they've done their job. Now it has come to the other parts. There are many parts to adopt, especially payment. I don't think you people want that they will pay people in the UK, in Europe, in the US, then some other in Africa, they don't get paid. Those are the other parts that has to adopt. We should be patient. We are in a good place and we are fine. Let me get to what the internet shake-up is going to be. I want to just talk about two products here that I know. OSTAF, let me start with OSTAF. I don't see any CEO that will not buy OSTAF. That his company, his or her company will not use OSTAF. All our products are going to be like Black Friday in the United States. My brother Bob corrected me and said that it's not going to be, that Black Friday will be by every day. Because our products are above market value. Not like any other, ONPASSIVE products are not like any other product out there. Price, affordable. When you want to look into the products themselves, when you want to talk about ONPASSIVE, you talk about the products because it's the products that make ONPASSIVE. What do you want to sell? What do you want to sell? Products. Products. We want to sell the products. And the CEO has used all his energy, his marketing strategy, and scan the world, scan all the other products in the world and say that, okay, we have to use AI, artificial intelligence. Everything automated. The world today, everything has to be automated. Automated car. In America, we all drive automated car. I don't think if I can even drive stick car anymore. Manual car anymore. I don't think so. I'm going to have problems. All our products are also automated. Tell me who will not want to use automated. Price affordable. OSTAF. OSTAF is going to come in that is an human resource product that is good, is also AI driven and is automated 100%. 100% with a lot of disruptive features in them. Biometrics, CCTV, face recognition. Human resource employees will not, human resource staff now don't have enough time. Human resource employees will have enough time to do other jobs, do other things that is going to be beneficial to the company. Because why? Face recognition. That thing that most employees come to work, they are running around, they don't do their job. They say they've put in 8 hours, they go back home. It will not work again because facial recognition, they will see you. If you are there every day for 8 hours, you will put in that 8 hours. Facial recognition sees you and put in those hours, tap those time, 8 hours a day. If you are in front of your desk for 2 hours, it's 2 hours. HR employees now, when they want to go for payroll, they say that, okay, you did but 20 hours this week, not 40 hours. They pay you for 20 hours. So there's not all that cutting of corners that people were playing, especially now that we work from home. Especially now that we work from home. Facial recognition is going to help a lot of employees, a lot of HR employees. Easy up things for them. Come again, the digital transformation that also linked with artificial intelligence. Who is doing this? Can people hear me?
Yes, I think that's by accident. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Going back to human resource, HR, O staff, CCTV. When you say I've clocked in, I started work at 8 o'clock. Now that we work from home, that 8 o'clock, you have to come to your desk and sit. That facial recognition and the CCTV will also get you and know that you started at 8 o'clock, will clock you in automatic. That is the automation we are talking about, the digital transformation, and with the help of artificial intelligence in all staff. It's going to boost up productivity, efficiency, because everybody now will be cautious. This is what all staff is going to bring. This is the help of all staff. CEO will not get, they will not sleep, they will sleep well without stress, because they know that all staff is doing his job. Our CEO has done a wonderful thing on that. Most people work from home now around the world. Don't say I will sleep and just come. I will come to my desk, like I said before. I'll come to my desk 10 o'clock. I don't care. It will not happen. You put the 8 hours a day. That is the work of all staff. When the pandemic or COVID came, most of the people, a lot of people work from home. Companies paid their employees, even give them $1,000 for home office. Good thing, but you put the hours, because your time is everything that you want to think about. Human resource is in all staff. Appraiser, all staff. Appraiser, all staff. Payroll, all staff. Everything is there. My former job, we have about 5-6 applications. Clock in, time off, vacation time, appraiser is all different application. You are confused with all kinds of different passwords. But today, ONPASSIVE, all staff, everything is combined. One, price affordable, security top, embedded with artificial intelligence that comes with its own security. Firewalls across the globe, all over the world. Safe, everything is in our own data center. Our database 100% secured. It's not like other database that only the columns, your name, your date of birth is secured. Your bank account, bank information for all staff to do the transfer is secured. The whole ONPASSIVE database is secured 100%. The CEO said it here about 2 or 3 months ago, that the total database of ONPASSIVE is secured. You can break everything about database of you will not even get there, but that database you will not break it. Kudos to ONPASSIVE and Mr. Ash Mufara. All staff is there. Payroll, all your bank information, everything, your social security, everything is there. All staff in all staff. In the database. Nobody can touch it. Let me go also now to OConnect. That is the one that is going to blow the world. It's going to shake the world. That one is going to shake the world. I don't see Teams, Microsoft Teams. I don't see Microsoft Teams. I don't see Zoom. I don't see Cisco WebEx to even dare. I don't see them to dare. I don't see them. OConnect. or connect speech to text using application program interface to connect the world, multiple languages, you know, with a detailed dashboard that you can control everything, there, you know, with the auto language translator. Anybody, any part of the world, somebody's in Germany, somebody's in Germany, I'm here in the United States, I talk in English, that the person speak in German. Never heard of. You can schedule multiple events the way you want. You know, I just want to say this, that the internet shakeup that is coming, I just to mention these two products, we are fine and we are comfortable. Please take a deep breath, be patient. Any moment, anything can happen. Auntie Lynn, take it from there.
Auntie Lynn, you are muted.
Okay, we can hear you. Go ahead, Vincent.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Auntie Lynn. Hello, everyone. Hello, all the participants tonight and all the panelists for this great webinar tonight. Hello, Rob, to come here also for this great webinar. Okay, thank you also, Bob, for this great presentation. Thank you also, my brother, Oliver, for also this great presentation. So tonight we're talking about internet shakeup. So the internet shakeup is like two of my brothers said earlier today, and then also is also part of the little video we watched today from our CEO presented by our big bro, Mati Degamo. So they are doing a good job, and this good job also is part of the internet shakeup. Internet shakeup today, I'm going to talk about two products. The first product I'll talk about Odesk, and then the second one will be Otraka. So Odesk, let's start from Odesk today. So what is Odesk? Because I know a lot of people ask themselves a question, what is Odesk? So Odesk is just simple. It's a customer relationship management tool that functions as a centralized database. So that also records, analyze, and also store customer contact and also account level information. This is what is Odesk. So in one word, is a customer relationship tool. So this CRM tools is a CRM tool developed by ONPASSIVE. So it's one of our ONPASSIVE great tool so far. So why do I need Odesk for my business? Because Odesk also helps you to track also the customer information and the interaction with to assist in the lead generation. We have something like sell forecasting, we have creation of code, and also processing of orders. So this is what we needed for Odesk. So Odesk will do all this for us, for our business as well. So how is our Odesk ONPASSIVE Odesk is different from the rest of CRM tools in the market at the present. So what is the difference is that, so our Odesk is offering 360-degree service into every facet of customer relationship management tools. So Odesk is also powered by the latest artificial intelligence system. So it's making it one of the best options for the business to deploy today. So this is what different our Odesk from those tools over in the internet today. So how many type of hosting is provided by our Odesk? So Odesk is the type of hosting. So first of all, Odesk is deployed in a cloud environment. So with the cloud environment is also available in on-premises hosting as well. So on the cloud, Odesk can also be accessed through our dedicated server or even your own server if deploy as well. So what is mean is that you can access orders through our servers, you go on our system, on passive system, or you can also deploy to your own system. So deploy to your own system, that what is mean, like if you deploy to your own system to access the orders, you need to go through VPN and then you can access once orders is deployed to your own system. So there are orders also you can access from the cloud. From the cloud, that means you can access anywhere and everywhere where you are, wherever you want to do it. So this is also another option of the deploying system of Odesk. So Odesk, to summarize, you have a two mode of deployment, on cloud and then also in on premise. So Odesk also is a great product, and the Odesk can be customized. So if someone buy the Odesk, or any company buy Odesk, the platform, you can customize your product. It's also, the system allows you also for the integration of any of your business, the way you want to expand your business. So you can also customize that. So Odesk also come with an integration system, so that the payment gateway system. So if you pay Odesk wherever you want, it can be integrated as the way you want, like a third-party payment system. You can do that as well. So this is how you can use the Odesk, all the advantages that we can bring in Odesk to our system that now. So I'll also go through the O-Tracker. So O-Tracker is our also ONPASSIVE, one of the ONPASSIVE big product, is also one of the great product of the ONPASSIVE. So O-Tracker is also a fast system and free, and then is also a way to find the IP location and also the IP address tracker. So this is how the O-Tracker works. So the module can detect also, like O-Tracker can detect countries, language, or even time zone, and even the currency by tracking the user IP address. So O-Tracker allow you also to set up a regulation on a specific countries. So like you can put all the information that we can get it all from different countries. All this also will also enable you to marketing the tools. Keep also track to visitors from different countries. So Odesk is a tool that also we have a different dashboard for Odesk. So Odesk have many different or several advantages of the tool. So we have the features of the O-Trackers. The O-Trackers, the features of O-Tracker, we have a visitors statistic report. We have credit analysis. We have also a generator heat, the heat map, conversion report, schedule geofencing, and then also accurate geolocation. So all this also show us the geolocation. Also is a user demographic report as a identify click fraud. So you can also identify multiple action, multiple event in wherever you are and whatever you want to be. So what are the benefits of O-Tracker? So I'll finalize this is to tell you about what is the benefits of O-Tracker. O-Tracker also a lead generation, and also is a date flexibility. O-Tracker also is a customer service, and then also marketing campaign, competitor movement, and also is a high return of investment. So O-Tracker is one of the big products, so that we can use it to track. Is also to track IP address, and also track event, and then also track any movement, every location, wherever you are and whenever you are in the world. So Antolin, I'll leave there. This is the my presentation for Odesk and O-Tracker.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now we go on to Collins. Mana.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Just want to greet everyone. You know, Bob, Oliver, Vincent, you just like put a nail on the head. But what we are trying to say here is the internet shake-up, how ONPASSIVE will shake up the internet space. by its products and everything. I just want to greet everyone who is in here. So I'm Collins Manner, and I'm your friend. Now, let's look at the Shakeup. Based on what we have seen as founders moving forward, ONPASSIVE is set, to create the biggest shakeup mankind have ever seen. The biggest shakeup we have ever seen. We will never see this again. We'll wake up one day and people will cry and said, had I known. But the few that were part of the journey will celebrate and say, yes, we did it. We made it. At last, we made it. That's what we'll cry. The value of ONPASSIVE is what, as Bob said, is what will bring the biggest shakeup. ONPASSIVE is set to create the platform, that will be used for creativity and inspiration. That is it, as simple as that. Whether you are in for the money or you are in for the product, everybody, as our CEO said, will have a place in ONPASSIVE. I've always said this in most webinars. You don't need to be a founder, but I promise you, you will be a customer. We are using Google, using all of this stuff that are out there. What's up? We are just customers. There is no choice because there is no alternative. But what we are saying here is ONPASSIVE is about to unleash something that mankind have never seen by its product. Now, when I take a look at what, the developing countries, less developing countries, Africa as a less developed country, what will be the biggest shakeup? We're talking about OPAL. OPAL will create havoc using WhatsApp. I look at the market value of WhatsApp, and I want to read it here. WhatsApp made what? The market value is $50.7 billion US dollars. That's WhatsApp. That's a standalone product. Nothing is a midget within the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. We're talking about OPAL. Imagine OPAL is coming to take a little bit chunk of that. And we know OPAL will take even half. Looking at Africa as a whole, we're talking about a continent which is about 1 billion, if I'm not making it population-wise. So let's think about those who are age of secondary school, which are 17 years or 10 years old. Some of them have mobile gadgets, and they want to communicate with their parents or brothers and sisters abroad or villages. What would they use? The cheapest one is WhatsApp. Now we're talking about OPAL coming to take that market because they will love OPAL. OPAL will turn Africa upside down. It would turn Africa upside down. That is a hot market. That is the internet shakeup. We're talking about ONET coming. They will love it because of the interface. It will blow the whole place apart. We're talking about Dubai. There is nothing. We don't have WhatsApp there. OPAL is there. It will take the market share. These are all free products we are talking. These are all free products. ONET, OPAL. Because we are desperate to reach to our loved ones. There are people who don't really know this. But we want to say here that a lot of people don't use their direct line because it's costly. They go through these freebies. The free boosts like OPAL, they would turn the plan upside down. What about OBless? Crowdfunding application. Everything that you contribute goes straight, free, free for the good cause. Most companies always run campaigns. Big companies, sometimes they have employee that is struggling with maybe health condition or whatever. They said, let's give something to our employees. They will use what? OBless. Because why? OBless will give everything for that cost, 100% to the donor. You cannot get it anywhere. And when they come and use this product, what will they see? They will see other applications within our ecosystem and say, why should I leave something that is giving me so much value and go somewhere that I'm not getting anything? Even the customer will be successful in ONPASSIVE. I said users, founders, resellers, and customer alike. They will find something that will be necessary for their business. Today, I was talking to some of the business owners in Ghana. They invited me to give them a talk. They asked me, the question was, how will ONPASSIVE help me? They were looking at their business. And I borrowed this statement from Mike Ellis. I said, yeah, you can plug your business in ONPASSIVE, But do you know what? Over time, ONPASSIVE as a founder will give you so much over time, because it's not a get rich quick, but over time, your business will be a hobby and ONPASSIVE will be your main business. And they were like amazed. What are you telling me? ONPASSIVE will give you so much that your business will become a hobby. And they were like, how do I get in? I said, you can become a reseller, but if you're a founder, good for you. They were all blown apart. These are businessmen, top business people in Ghana. Today I had a meeting with them, 5 o'clock. One of our great sister, Georgina, invited me to talk to them, and they were all blown apart. They said, when is it coming? I said, very soon. We are almost there. So ONPASSIVE is already creating the rumble, as Brother Bob said, and it's about to unleash something that we've never seen. So I will leave it there. Lynn, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, now that you've heard from our 4 OTech pros, we're gonna go on to more speakers. And first we're gonna go with Tony Monk. Tony Monk, come on down.
Oh, hello, Lynn. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. Thank you very much for your prayers. Really do appreciate it. Well, you heard our Tech Pro brothers talking about the value of the products tonight. I mean, if that's not an internet shake, I don't know what is. You know, and you heard Ash talk in Marty's private live as well about what we have. You know, we always talk about tremors and shakes before the actual earthquake. Well, we're on the shake part of it. We're in the tremor part of it. But when people talk about launch, they're really talking about when they activate their accounts. Okay, when we actually sell the products, we activate our accounts, we start to see money coming in or apples coming in. That is going to be the internet quake. Okay, it's going to be huge and the whole world's going to know about it. All right. You know, the internet's been around for just over 20 years. And I've been at it right from the beginning, and I've never, ever, ever seen anything to this magnitude. This is huge, everybody. You need to know, and you need to pass it on to other founding members of what we actually have here. They need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up now, because this is the time. This is the time that things are starting to happen. And Ash, I mean, every time you see Ash on the webinars, you see him smiling. He's full of confidence. It's because he knows exactly what's going on. He knows more than we do. Okay, we know less than 1%, for God's sake. We think we know a lot here. No, we don't know. We don't know as much as what Ash knows, believe me. And there's a lot more good to come, and it's going to be exciting. Stay engaged. Pass it on to your team members to stay engaged, because now is the time. Now is the time to actually stay engaged and to know exactly what's going on, because we're going to be moving very quickly here and moving into the future with more innovative products. And like Ash said, I mean, there's products, physical products is going to change the face of humanity, change the physical planet as we know it to a better place. I mean, think about that for a minute. Think about how huge that is. We've said it many times, and some of us are probably tired of listening to it, but you really have to sit down and think about that. When you start to think about it, boy, you're going to be so inspired like I am. I haven't been able to sleep since 2018 when we started this thing. Okay. And I mean, it's much bigger now than it was in 2018. Okay. We are, I don't know how to explain. I mean, words can't explain what we actually have here, but I'm sure you guys feel what we have here, all the founders that are on here. That's pretty much all I have for now, Lynn. Thank you so much. I'll pass it back to you.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in the company, great momentum, and it is an exciting time indeed. I would like to now give the floor to Daryl Cook. Daryl Cook, if you want to say a few words, please come on down.
Hey, how we doing tonight? Let me get my video on here. Hey, there we are. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for inviting me on the panel. I just want to express the the gratitude that I have for all of the ProTechs, all of the great things that they put out. I don't understand a lot of what they said. I was trying to take notes on Odesk and O-Tracker. Got to be honest, folks, I knew nothing. Now I'm starting to learn a little bit. So I'm going to leave it at that and pass it on. But thanks a lot for inviting me. And it's just a great show. Thanks so much. A lot of good information.
Thanks, Daryl. And that's what we're here for the average person who may not understand technology. So it's okay if we learn a little. We don't have to understand it all, but we certainly can learn a little bit more every day. So thank you very much. Okay, right now we're going to go on to our guest speaker, Dan Street.
Well,
Welcome.
thanks, Lynn, and thanks, tech guys, and Daryl and Tony. Great input. You know, Lynn, when you had this topic, you know, obviously I'm not an internet expert, and I don't really understand the full magnitude of and capacity of the internet. You know, it's just amazing to me. But when I heard about the topic tonight, I found it very, very interesting. And I Googled a couple things on, if you go to Google and you just go shake up the internet, you're going to see a lot of things. And so I looked up shake up the internet, and I found, I just got this one guy, and he talked about the 5 biggest trends in 2022 in the internet. And of course, you guys like Colin and Bob and Vincent and you guys would know what they're talking about here, but he said the number 1 was edge. Edge is where the computing device itself, there's more of the processing taking place on whatever device you're on than in the past. And that's divided between edge and cloud for processing. Now, I don't fully understand what that means, but edge I'd never heard before. Then the second thing was security. And you know, we hear about security all the time and how people are hacking. 1.5 billion attacks in the first half of 2021. And those are people, they're getting bombarded with just connection requests and people hacking into their connections and so forth. So that was another big trend, that how we can combat that, how we can take care of that. And then I think of ONPASSIVE and I think, oh my gosh, that's all Ash is talking about right now, is security. And when we get our own data centers and we're able to be so secure, the impact we're going to have on all of these obstacles and challenges on the internet is going to be amazing. It's just going to be absolutely amazing. And then he talked about another trend was healthcare. And that's been my career for forever. And I can relate to a lot of the things that they were talking about, because healthcare, you can understand, you'll have appointments online with your doctor. The doctor will be able to understand your conditions, and he'll be able to expand and examine and diagnose and even go and do surgeries on you with computers that are computer guided surgeries. So it's just taking it's going to places that we've never ever imagined it could go. In fact, when Tony was talking about being on the internet from the very beginning, I remember my first computer. It was $2,000 for a computer and a printer and a monitor. Okay, $2,000. This is back in like 1992, 93. And it was dial-up connection, and the only thing you could get on the internet, the only thing the internet was used for was email. So $2,000, that's what you got. Nowadays, you're getting an iPhone and it's a computer. It does everything. And you're surfing the internet, you're finding, it's just amazing what these devices can do. So the industry, building technology, monitoring supply chains and service and logistics, and a lot of the things that business are using these, the advances that businesses are making and using these, using the internet. And then I just believe, in conclusion here, I just believe that ONPASSIVE is just light years ahead. And we don't, like we've talked about, we don't even know the only 1% of the magnitude and the capacity of what ONPASSIVE is going to be able to do on the internet. And with our new data center, we have the latest and greatest technology. So we're light years ahead of everybody, and we are on the ground floor, and I couldn't be more excited. So thanks for the topic. I'm here to learn.
Thanks so much. You know, and as you said, we're really, really ahead of the game. I think we are. And as this company moves forward, we will be witness to such game-changing technology and progressive thinking, a lot of proactive action taken by Mr. Mufara. I think we're all in a very, very good place, as Oliver Fonte often says. So thank you very much. Now we go on to Mike Ellis, who's going to take the floor.
I'm kind of used to coming on after Marty, Lynn. He kind of gets the audience rolling, and then it's really, really easy to go from there. So this is
you want me to? I'll have Marty come in first then. No problem.
Oh,
Let's
that's
bring Marty in.
okay.
You sure?
That's okay. I think he yawned, so I'm gonna let him think a little bit.
All righty.
No, I love the topic, the internet shakeup. I think it's way too limited. It shouldn't be the internet shakeup. It should be the worldwide shakeup. We're talking about ONPASSIVE. And what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing, it really is going to be extraordinary. Now, I come at this topic totally different than anybody here. The tech guys, everybody here, they've told us how good the products are. We know how good the products are. They are superior. They're at a lower price point. People are going to flock in to use the products of ONPASSIVE. And I come at it at kind of a different path. You know, when I talk about things like this, I like to explain it through a question. Okay. And the question that I've been getting probably for the last 3 months is, you know, we listen to you, you come on, you tell us that ONPASSIVE is going to be a unicorn company. How can you justify that? How can you tell me that ONPASSIVE is going to be a unicorn company, a company that has a value of over $1 billion as they go into the product launch? How can you say that when they haven't even launched? And it's a good question, because I love the numbers. And when you start to get into the numbers of ONPASSIVE, it becomes very clear what ONPASSIVE is and the kind of worldwide shakeup that ONPASSIVE is going to bring to the table. So let's look at the numbers a little bit. And the OTech guys have talked about just about every product out there. They're absolutely terrific. But if we look at product and we look at the founding members to get to that place, what is ONPASSIVE really worth? If we look at the founders first, let's say as we go into the global launch, there are about 1.4 million accounts right now in ONPASSIVE. And let's say just 1 million of them come in and the founders fund 1 million accounts. And on average, and these are very conservative numbers, and they're for illustration. Everybody understand that they're for illustration. But if 1 million founders come in and fund 1 million accounts, not 1 million founders, but the founders come in and fund 1 million accounts, that is $100 million a month coming into ONPASSIVE, because it is a monthly fee. And I won't get into that. We've talked about that in nauseam. But it's $100 million a month, which is $1.2 billion the first year. And that's if we don't bring anybody else in. We don't bring any resellers in. We're not growing any. That's just the founders that are available today and the accounts that they activate. Let's say ONPASSIVE takes 50% of that. That's $600 billion at the end of that first year. Okay. We're not quite there yet. Now, again, that's without doing anything. So let's just bring in one product, just one little bitty product, just a baby product of ONPASSIVE. And that product is traffic. Okay. Because we're going to be selling advertising to the world. And if we look at that niche today, they do a little bit over $500 billion in sales a year. That's a pretty nice sized niche. Let's say ONPASSIVE comes in and they only do 1%. They only take 1% of that market. And by the way, I think that's an insult. I think ONPASSIVE, because of the superiority of the product and the way they market, it's going to be much, much more than that. But we'll stay conservative. They bring in 1% of that niche. Okay. That's $5 billion. Now we know ONPASSIVE is going to share the majority of the wealth with the founding members. So half of that, let's say we'll just toss that to the founding members. By the way, that's you and I. It's coming to us. And ONPASSIVE is left with $1.5 billion. So we've got the founders, 600 billion. We've got this one niche, 2.5 billion. We're at $3.1 billion. Is ONPASSIVE a unicorn company? Where are we? That's one product. ONPASSIVE has over 50 products, and many of the niches that ONPASSIVE are in are billion-dollar niches. I can go through each product that ONPASSIVE has. I can look at the numbers and I can show you what's going to be happening very, very conservatively the first year. Where are we at? Is ONPASSIVE a unicorn company? They are. But it's more than that. I can almost guarantee you that Mr. Mufareh has been offered X amount for ONPASSIVE. And when I say X amount, I'm talking about billions of dollars. 5, 10, 15 billion dollars, so that these individuals could come in and have ONPASSIVE. They see the value. They see what ONPASSIVE is going to be. They see what ONPASSIVE is going to do. They want ONPASSIVE. Now, that's not going to happen. Ash Mufareh, this is his baby. He's not giving it away to anybody. But when you ask the question, will ONPASSIVE be a unicorn company? Just look at the numbers. Absolutely. They will be a unicorn company. Again, this has never been done in the history of business. Is this going to be a worldwide shakeup? Absolutely. AI IT products, they're going to blow people away, but it's so much more than that. You know, when I think about Ash Mufareh, I think about the dreamer. And Ash Mufareh is a dreamer. But it's not just a dreamer. He's an individual that can actually bring the dream to fruition. He has the capacity in him, just because of his personality. When he has a dream and he has the vision, he's going to bring it to the marketplace. That's who Ash Mufareh is. And if you have any doubt that that's happening, it's already happened. As Colin said, we are there. We are about ready to go into the product launch to the global market very, very quickly. But there's more to it. It's not the end of Mr. Mufareh's dream. When you start to think about the world and all the areas that ONPASSIVE can get into to improve the human condition, that's when it gets really, really fun. That's kind of where I've been for a very, very long time. I've known that the AI IT products, it's a done deal. It's going to happen, guys. Everybody here is going to be in great shape. But it's the dream of Ash Mufareh that intrigues me, and it's where my mind goes, because I'm a bit of a dreamer too. And when I think about what Ash is going to be doing worldwide with some of the hard products that he's going to be developing, and I'll give you an example. And I don't know if this is going to be one of the products of ONPASSIVE or not, but this is what's happening. Let's look at the green technology that the world is using today to try and improve the environment. Okay. And we all love the environment. We want a cleaner environment. You know, we want things to be cleaned up and be good for humanity. And that's the point. We want the green environment for humanity. We don't want to sacrifice humanity for a clean planet. We want both things done. And as I think about the technology that the green movement is using to try and improve the earth, it's trash. Now, I know some of you aren't going to like that, but that's the science. And I've listened to so many people talk about what we're doing. And these are people that really, really care about the earth. They want to fix it. But the technology that they're using today, it's just not very efficient. It doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And there are more problems created than they're solving. Well, what is ONPASSIVE? This is Ash Mufareh at his best. Ash Mufareh comes in and he sees a problem, and then he goes to work. He solves the problem. He makes superior technology, not only to improve the world ecosystem, but to improve humanity. And that's where I want to be. I want to do both. That's what Ash does. I believe in the future, Mr. Mufareh will be introducing things that are just going to blow you away. In fact, I know that's what he's going to be doing. And when you think about ONPASSIVE shaking up the internet, it really is shaking up the whole world wide. There are so many things coming because of his imagination, because of his dreams, because of what he wants to do. And we get to take advantage, we get to participate in everything that Ash is doing. For me, that's the exciting part of this worldwide shakeup, of this internet shakeup. As the tech team said, we know so little about what's really coming. And that should get everybody extremely excited, because just the little bit that we know is going to set everybody here free. Every individual that's participating with ONPASSIVE, it is going to set you free. But I also believe that with some of the other things that Ash is doing, and the AI IT products is going to impact the whole world. I have no doubt about that. But the other products that are coming also is going to have such an impact on individuals. And that's what we do in ONPASSIVE. We change individual lives. So as I look at ONPASSIVE, I come at it from a different perspective because I'm not a tech guy. I look at the numbers, absolutely love the numbers. If you look at the numbers, you know we're right where we want to be. And then when you start to engage in Mr. Mufareh's dream and understand where he's going, we're just getting started, guys. This is just the beginning. It is going to get better and better and better. And I say this all the time, and every time I say it, it's better than I think. So that's it, Lynn. Just a quick perspective from some guy in Colorado. Hopefully that helped. But yeah, that's where I come from.
I loved it. It's really good. And I think that there's so much more coming, and we're already blown away with what we know today. So as he said, can you imagine when we find out really what's going to be happening? Mind-blowing stuff. This company is run by such a genius, a genius, great marketer who has a heart. So we're very fortunate to be part of ONPASSIVE. Thank you, Mike. All right, now we move on to Marty DeGarmo. I hope that Marty DeGarmo is ready to come. Are you ready, Marty?
I'm as ready as I'm going to get.
Oh, Marty.
Well, yeah, that was pretty wild so far. Hey, like Mike said, we don't know what we don't know. But what we do know is enough to make a big slam into the industry and into the world. And Mike's right. It's not just internet. It's not internet. It's not internet alone. This company has went into something that you could only dream of. And I try to wrap my head around it. As soon as I do, I'm told, you don't know anything. But, you look at some of the stuff as far as impact in the world, or what we do know. I mean, there's numbers out there we know. Ash knows market caps of everything. He knows why people are where they're at. He knows why they're buying what they're buying. He knows what they don't like about what they're buying. If you know that ingredients and you make the opposite of that, and then you slap value on it, and you slap technology on it, and you put some artificial DNA in it, it's a freak. I mean, what does that equal? That's a big impact. I'm Mike's right about being a unicorn. We're a unicorn before we're born. You add it up even at a low value, we're already a unicorn company. And I remember for the first year or so, I would say, could you imagine getting in Amazon in the beginning? Could you imagine getting in Microsoft in the beginning? Forget I ever said that. You ever hear me on a video say that? Delete it. I don't want to imagine that. We're starting in a company that's 10 years, 15 years down the road in Amazon. Amazon didn't hit billions for a long time. Neither did Microsoft, neither did anybody else. So when you enter the world in the Burj Khalifa, let's say, you can only go up. You can only go higher. And there's companies today that at their height of their impact are not as high as we are when we walk into the world. Nowhere near it. It's a big deal. I did look at some stuff. You know, we talk about the conferencing, right? We're going to get Connect. Right now with, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 really popular ones. Zoom, Google Meet, hold on a second. Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and Cisco WebEx. They all have, about a total, from what I understand, about 900 million people are on some kind of call like we're on right now, every day. 900 million. It's a $20 billion industry, okay? Let's assume, this is what's so funny to me. Let's assume people don't care about value. I mean, that's like saying not caring about oxygen. But if we got half of that, there's 10 billion right there. We never looked at another product. We never even opened the present to look at it, to even see what it does. That's one. And then I was thinking, oh my God, if you wrap your head around that, and then you realize that e-commerce, okay, e-commerce, which will be heavily in because it's part of everything we do, it's a $5.5 trillion industry. $5.5 trillion. Out of the $5.5 trillion, which is somewhere around 5 billion people, how many of them do you think, just a wild guess, want value? You know what I mean? It's absolutely insane. As said on that phone call yesterday in that 3 minutes, very powerful, by the way. He said, we're doing all the work. Everybody's going to be involved in ONPASSIVE one way or the other, as a customer, as a free thing, whatever. They're going to be involved. And I'm going to split the revenue with the people, with the founders. Holy cow. And remember, we still don't even know the stuff we don't know. There's physical products that he said every man, woman, and child on the planet will need and want. And he said, I'm not selling anything that's not already here. It's just better than anything they ever had. And trust me, when I market online with Mike and Dave, I look for the cheapest way we can get it with the most value. Everyone does that. I never fell in love with any company. I want the best value I can get. And almost 9 out of 10 give you a price. And then when you get inside, they give you a hidden price because you're already trapped. Ash doesn't have to trap. He's going to give you value. And let me tell you something. I think the power of ONPASSIVE is the foundation of ONPASSIVE. I think the power is the way it was built. Because if I was going against somebody that used the same techniques as I do, I can compete. What do you do with somebody that didn't use the same techniques? He didn't go out as capitalism by itself. He said, let's get talent. Let's focus on people and get value. And now these companies are going to try to turn around and say, well, we're going to compete with that. No, I don't think so. That's called repairing. You can repair, but while you're repairing, do you think Ashley Farr is going to sit still? Not the guy I know. He's somewhere right now doing something with ONPASSIVE. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't care what time it is. He's sleeping, he's doing something with ONPASSIVE. But you look at those numbers and you think if we just got 5%, 10%, but then look realistically, look at why somebody would not join ONPASSIVE. They would have to hate technology, they would have to hate value, and they would have to hate unlimited. Freaking doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And everybody's saying, when he comes out and says, I'm building it bigger, I'm building it stronger, I'm making a thicker runway, I'm making a bigger tower, I'm making a bigger satellite system, well, why is he building something so big when we're not there? because he knows what's coming. He has the brains. He knows what's coming. Any business he ever walked in, he said, what is your pay plan? And asked me if I maxed it out. Fast as he could. He knew a way. He built a system and did it. He's looking now at the industry that he mastered and said, what were the problems with it? And he made a list. And then he said, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all those problems away. We're going to add value that's unbelievable. We're going to focus on the customer because the customer's king. And all the money that comes in, because I don't care that much about it, I'm going to share it with every founder that's here. Oh my God. Oh my God. And what happens when he comes out with a telephone? Or he comes out with a laptop? Or he goes to some country and puts a satellite up in space so they get better internet. And we're all saying, oh my God, I don't know if that can happen. That's what this man's doing. So it's going to be an earthquake. And there'll be a lot of people not so happy. It won't be a founder. Founders are going to be really happy. But there'll be some people out there not so happy. You go look at these magazines now online, no joke. Listen to what they're being told by the experts. They're being told a whisper in the ear across the board table, guys, we have to rethink this thing. The world's changing. But it's hard to tell a fat rat in a cheese factory to change. He's got all the cheese he wants. He thinks he's sitting high on the hill. Nobody can touch him. A lot of companies fell to the wayside with that mentality. And that little dot in their rearview mirror, that's ONPASSIVE.
Tonight,
and by the time they wipe the mirror up to try to focus and see what it is, it's ahead of them. And they go, oh my God, what the heck is that? Well, go get them. You don't have the horsepower. You don't have a turbo. You don't have enough speed underneath that hood to even go get them. All right, let's focus on being number two. That's okay. Go ahead. But that's what he built. He built number one. He already won. In his mind, he's building a winning company. How do we become number one? Build it now. I know what the results will be if I build it right here. You don't come out later and build it in front of everybody. You bring out the Mona Lisa after it's done. Because while it's being painted, it's just some ugly chick with a dress. You bring it out when it's done and they go, oh my God, what happened? Where'd that come from? No joke. There's going to be people shaking their heads going, what happened? How do we, people will get fired over ONPASSIVE because they let it come and nobody warned them. I believe that with all my heart. I'm telling you that because I study that kind of thing. I love that kind of thing. How companies weren't prepared. And all Ask talks about is value and being prepared. So you want to talk about a shake? No company can withstand a 10.0. And that's what ONPASSIVE is going to deliver to a lot of these companies. They're going to come to ONPASSIVE and say, hey, can we work with you? Yes, if you're a nice boy, you can do whatever you want. But no, I'm saying he already knows because of the law of the internet, if I do this, they will come. And he's doing it. So when you think about, well, it didn't happen, it didn't, listen, I don't want it to be like any other company, so don't act like it. Stop acting like it's another company. When it's ready, and he unlocks the door, cut that ribbon, you just sit back and watch what happens. You want to see viral? You're going to see something we've never seen before. I believe that. Would not surprise me, 3 million people, 4 million people a day. Tripping over each other to get in. You know why? He built it for that. He took the answer and built it reverse. What do you want? I want to be number one. How do you get it? This. And that's what he's doing now. The problem is people don't get it. Well, why are you doing this and this? Because I know what it equals. He knows what this equals. That's why he's jumping around the seat. That's why I wish he wouldn't call while he's in a car. I'm worried about wrecking. You know what I mean? Because he's into it, I can tell. But he built this knowing the outcome. Think about it. He knows the outcome. We need to know it too. I don't need to know everything. If I knew everything, I wouldn't be able to sleep for a month. I have trouble sleeping now. But think about what he's doing. He's a master chef. He's a master chef in this world. You were sitting at the table waiting to see what we're getting served. It's coming. And some people aren't going to like it. But he knows what it takes to be number one. And he doesn't care how long. He's not going to take pressure from people. He gets it every day. No money coming in, spending millions. Well, you better hurry. You better hurry. I'm not doing this until it's ready. We're very fortunate. Very fortunate. So remember that. If you're not sure, that's okay. We're following one of the greatest things that ever happened. Elon Musk said, I'm going to take the afterburner rockets and I'm going to reuse them. They asked him how. I'm going to land them back on Earth. What are you, freaking crazy? You can't do that. Where are you going to do that at?
Give it back to her.
Because I'm going to land them on a boat in the water while the waves are going up and down. Really? You know people behind the scenes. This guy is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Watch those things land back on that ship. It lands right on a dime. Every time. Boom. Why? Because he said it's possible. And he pushed it. He had the vision. How many meetings does Ask Before I go to and everybody on the other side of the table says, yes, we can do that? No one ever. He never goes to a meeting and people say yes. Never. He goes to a meeting and says, I want this. And they go, oh, that can't be done. Maybe I'm in the wrong room. Maybe I'm in the wrong room. He makes it happen. No doubt. Look at all the things in history. Edison, I'm going to make a light bulb. Wait a minute. You're going to make some come up with that bright of a light and not burn itself up. It's impossible. There's no material on Earth that can be that bright and not dissolve its own self. Tungsten in a vacuum. He failed 1,000 times. But you know what he thought? Do or die. That's what we're wrapped up with. That's the crazy man we're hooked up with. So you think there's going to be an earthquake? We have no idea. There's going to be an earthquake, a tsunami, and everything else that follows with these crazy things that happen. And really, I believe with all my heart. So get ready. Anyway, that's all I got.
That was awesome. And I'm going to bring our main people to the panel because I think they're going to have stuff to say after hearing you speak. I'm sure. So let me bring folks down to the panel. There's Mike, you're coming also. Where's Vince Oliver? Vincent. Okay, his video's off. I can't bring him in. Am I missing anybody? Tony. Wait. Okay. His video's off. So you guys, when your videos go on, you can come to the panel, right? I'll just be observant, but right now your videos are off. All right, so in relation to what Marty has just said, I'm sure there's a couple of you want to say something. Just raise your hand and I'll know who to recognize. Raise your hand electronically and you can speak. He covered quite a bit of ground.
Are you talking to us, Lynn, or are you talking to the
To you guys. Yeah, if you look at the panel, it's you guys. There's Bob and Collins,
Gotcha.
Dan, Mike, and Oliver. I'm going to bring the others in once they have their videos on. They don't have them on. I can't bring them in. So,
I mean, I can start it off if that's okay.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then we'll have Bob come in after you.
Okay. I'm an individual that is always looking at what's out there. Right? And Ash Mufara does the same thing. There are technologies out there today that have been squelched for whatever reason, whatever reason it is. But these technologies are unbelievable. this is what Ash Mufareh does. He finds technologies that are earth-shattering, and then he goes and gets the talent to develop it and then manufacture it and then offer it to the world. When you look at what ONPASSIVE is doing, when you look at what Ash Mufareh is doing, understand there are so many technologies out there today that have been there for a very, very long time that very, very few people know about. Ash Mufareh knows. He knows what's out there. And what's going to be coming from ONPASSIVE in the next 6 months to a year as founding members of ONPASSIVE. And Marty said it, everything goes through the founding members. It's just going to be a really, really exciting place to be. It's where I want to be. I mean, that's what I love about Ash. He's never stagnant. Okay, we got this done. It's perfect. Let's move on. Let's get to the next thing. We're going to continue to improve it. We're going to continue to make it better, but let's get to the next earth-shattering technology that's out there. So everybody here, you're just in a really, really good place to be able to witness all of that. And I believe in the next 6 months to a year, what we've done in the last 4 years, there's so much more than just that. And we're going to be able to benefit from it. And obviously that's what we all want. We all want to benefit from everything ONPASSIVE. And Ash Mufareh, he's here to serve. He's going to make sure we have the opportunity to benefit with everything that he's doing. That's it, Lynn. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
Next is Bob. Bob?
Yes. When Marty spoke, he just triggered a thought. When he referenced Zoom and Cisco WebEx, Microsoft Teams, it just triggered a thought in my mind, which, Ash Mufareh has done wonders when it comes to the products of ONPASSIVE. He has done wonders, and I put him with our geniuses, our tech guys and girls in Hyderabad. Our products, if you look at this video conference that we have called O-Connect, it's something else. Most of us here, my four tech brothers who are here, we either use, in the corporate world, we either use Microsoft Teams or Cisco WebEx. Those are the two predominant video conference platforms that we use. And then he also mentioned Zoom. There is absolutely, ask Oliver, I speak to Oliver every day. I cry every day in fact, sometimes I'm at work, I'm using either Microsoft Teams or Zoom. I'm like, where's my O-Connect? Just the interface alone of O-Connect, the interface is something else. There is just no comparison. That's the shakeup that's going to happen in the corporate world when it comes to this our video conference platform. There is nothing like that right now that we use. The interface, the securities, the encryption, Zoom that Marty referenced, Zoom has problems right now. Last year, I'm not making this up. If you Google Zoom and FTC, or go to Business Insider and search, Zoom was claiming that she was encrypted. She had to settle a case quietly with the FTC last year. It's on the record. I'm not making this up. She was saying that she was encrypted, and it's not. We're encrypted from one end to another. We have, Oliver mentioned, multi-language translation. Do you know what that means? Auto translator, business transactions that are going to happen around the world. People are going to sit in one end of the world, and then you are signing documents online, signing contracts online simultaneously, looking at the screen at the same time. That's the shakeup, guys. Look at OSTAF. Oliver talked about OSTAF. Ash Mufareh has integrated physical security in OSTAF. When you talk of CCTV and facial recognition in security, we consider that physical security. That's what Mr. Mufareh has done, And then he takes, he's Oliver, myself, and Mr. Derek Cook is here, and Auntie Lynn. We're privileged to spend some time with Mr. Ash, a couple of days. You can tell that he has an affinity for the underprivileged. He wants to uplift mankind. We saw that when we rolled out ONPASSIVE with Oh Bless First. But he brings Academy. Academy is a very significant product in the eyes of Ash Mufareh, because it is Academy. You uplift poverty through, through education. So he uses Obless and Academy, and they are intertwined. They are related. That is why we have this laser on top of our fiber optic cables to reach all remote areas of the world, because it is through education that we go to uplift people out of poverty. That's how I see it. I mean, that is the shakeup that we're talking about. The entire globe is going to go upside down in a good way because of Ash Mufareh. Thank you.
A huge global shakeup, definitely. Collins?
Yes, Maddie and Mike, you guys just blow my mind. Maddie, you said a lot of things, especially like with all the other companies and what you've done. You talk about electricity and stuff, and you took me back right to when, we used to post letters. Sometimes people are in one end and you have to write letters. It takes months for the receiver to receive it. What we're having today, we're having mailing system. 1 minute, bomb goes. And who would have ever imagined that now technology would transform the world, where people have even forgot about postal service. Now everything is going digital. I work for a company. My last job was about making, like they want to build software that can make the whole United Kingdom paperless. Hospital, whatever, paperless. They want to eradicate paper out of the system because of they want preserving the ecosystem. It was a difficult task, to think about that and said, how do I transform paper, things that are written, eradicate all the shells, everything in paperless. And it's not easy, but it's either do or die, as Mr. Ajufar always said. It's either you do it or they'll find a company to do it, because this is what the customer wants. They don't want paper anymore. Can you provide it for us? Yes. If not, boom, go to another person. Can you do it? Boom, go to another person. They don't care whether you can do it or not. We want it. Can you provide it? And that's how the world is going. Electricity, everything, as Maddie said, we're talking about now the consumption of energy, where it is going like crazy. Most companies want to know, I want to see my physical consumption. Can you provide a system for me where I can look at my consumption and say, no, my fridge is consuming more, boom, stop. That's what people want to know, because you don't know what is consuming, what is really, really putting a lot of pressure on you. And technology is coming to eradicate that. What Mr. Ash Mufareh is doing is crazy. Last week, I was in a conference where we're talking about what, a company wants to go what they call single sign-on. I sat there, I was just like, oh my God. They're talking about single sign-on now. ONPASSIVE already way ahead. One of the directors said, yeah, how do we productize everything on one platform with a single sign-on? I was just there in that meeting thinking, I said, my head just goes straight to ONPASSIVE. Collins, are you there? Yes, I'm with you. But my head was not really there, because the single sign-on pushed me back to ONPASSIVE. We are trying to think about this. ONPASSIVE is already way ahead. When are we going to put everything on one platform, different customer with a single sign-on? It will take us 5 years. Not more, not less. 5 years to put everything together. If you understand the building and the infrastructure behind, it is madness. And I was just like, my God, maybe by the time we get to that stage, I'm already free. I'm not working here anymore, because ONPASSIVE will take me away from here. So thank you. I just want to put that, because it is going crazy. ONPASSIVE way ahead of it, way ahead of the game.
I love it. And I think what's good is we know that companies won't be easily able to catch up with us. That's when we talk with the OTech pros, we chat about this stuff. I think, I feel good that it's not going to be that easy for them to just say, okay, whip their fingers and say, okay, we're going to catch up with ONPASSIVE. It doesn't work that way. So I'm glad we have a big edge. All right, we have Daryl Cook now. Hi, Daryl. Go ahead.
Wow. Colin just stole my thunder. Every time I think I have something great to say, somebody else comes bumping in and says exactly kind of what I wanted to say. But, he brought up the mail system and how do you get information from one place to another? Well, I was in a huge auditorium many years ago, back in the 90s. And the speaker said, You know, you can have all the products in the world, but the next big shakeup is going to be how you get the products from the manufacturer to the home. And we used to use the mail system. Well, let's go even back further than that. We never had roads until the Romans came in and developed a system to make everything go from Rome out to the world very efficiently. To us, it doesn't seem a big deal. But let's go back to that huge seminar I was in. They were talking about UPS. What did UPS do to the whole world, in the United States at least, from getting products to A to B? And then who was the next biggest shakeup? FedEx. What did FedEx do? They turned that system upside down. So what's Mr. Mufara going to do? Where do you go today to get the products from A to B? It's the internet. And you heard all the IT techs tonight talking about how does the internet world track? How do they get your IP addresses from A to B? Who's out there? Right now, we're speaking on Zoom. I'm probably going to get something on my internet that's going to tell me about a product that we talked about tonight, just because it's out there listening. So think where Mr. Mufara is at, and Marty and Mike put it together. You got, you know, the monetizing of it, and you've got the efficiency of it, and always looking ahead. And Mr. Mufara, he is the most brilliant system analyzer that I have seen. And I was in a organization not long ago, and these guys came out of the car industry. Talk about systems analyzers. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what Mr. Mufara and the IT techs are doing with ONPASSIVE is way beyond what I know of anything as far as the internet, but I can feel how this is going to move forward. And as Mike said, we are light years ahead of all of the companies, starting with their old antiquated systems. That is what I saw tonight. So, wow, you kind of woke me up. And thanks, Colin, for bringing up that whole idea of where we were and where we are today. Thanks.
And I think maybe Mr. Mufara is not only a systems analyzer, but a systems creator as well, because I believe what we have today is a definite paradigm shift, something that doesn't exist elsewhere. All right, thank you so much. Now we go on to Gladys Nyaboro. Good to have you here, Gladys. You can unmute.
Thank you so much, Lynn, and everyone in the panel and all the founders. This is an exciting topic, and I'm so happy, and I've learned a lot from all the panelists who have spoken. But ONPASSIVE really is a blessing. And if you remember when Ash said, catch me if you can, he knows that we have started years ahead. So we are not studying now to trail with the other companies. We have started from far ahead. So from now on, we are moving ahead where many companies have not reached and where many never reach. When I think it's Uncle Bob who was talking about old tracker, I was just thinking how it's going to shake the internet. When people own businesses realize that they have something that can track their customers' behavior, when they buy, where they buy from, how many times they buy a week, a month, a year, and this can allow them to plan when to offer coupons to their customers. You know, making money by having more customers offering coupons at that time so that they don't have to offer ones globally. For example, if it's a lot of shopping during Christmas, in some countries, they will be able to offer coupons at that time. Looking at Bless, it's going to be a lesson for businesses that you can have a platform where you can raise funds, help people to raise funds for good causes, and the company covers all the costs. And the pay plan, it's just amazing. I'm so happy. being in ONPASSIVE and what Ash is doing, being in this business that is going to shape the internet, and a business that has already over 1.4 million founders without advertising. Just a word of mouth, a few webinars between founders, and we were able to build this tribe that has like-minded people. I just cannot believe. I'm just so happy. And I know that just as the founders, our mission and our passion is going to speak to the world. Even though Ash doesn't like advertising himself and saying how good he is, our actions will speak for the company. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gladys. Good points. All right. I think at this time, we're going to open it up now for questions and comments and from our attendees. So this is how it's going to work. If you would like to say a few words, you will raise your hands electronically, and we will be recognizing you in order. We ask that you keep your comments and your questions to a reasonable amount of time. So maybe a couple minutes, if you can just monitor yourselves, and everybody will be able to speak. All right, so we have first our techie girl, Tina Go from Singapore. Let me unmute you. There we go.
So, hello world, hello Cardinals, hello Amphibians. Oh my God, I'm like going like this all the time today because it's a shakeup around the world, and it's so true. I think all of you who knows me that's coming on Friday Night Live because of the OTech Pros is because I'm a techie girl. I've been an early adopter of the internet since it first started, and then thank you very much for that memory lane walk with the dial-up. Beep, beep. And it's I've been through Web 1.0, and we're into the end of Web 2.0. Can't wait for 3.0 to come true because I'm just going to lead the market with 3.0. Ash Mufara has already invented Web 3.0, and we talk about sustainability. Thank you so much. I think it was Mike Dallas you mentioned about sustainability with the green, and Singapore is being so small that it is imperative for us to look forward to sustainability, to regrow our forests, and AI with with business intelligence. Power BI is going to create new forests for us, and not just that. We're having problems with fertility here in Singapore, and many of the couples are not wanting to start family at all. So one of the reasons because the stress, sperms are going down, but the facility here in Singapore, the medical facility here in Singapore, is using AI to ensure that they got the best sperm for fertilization. So that's what I call sustainability, not just for the forest, not just for the animals, but for the humankind as well. And I hope that Ash Mufara has already had that in his mind. Thank you so much. That's all I want to share.
Thank you. And co-hosts and panelists, I want you to know, you guys can chime in on what one of the people ask or comment. Just raise your hands. It kind of gives me a cue to call on you. So we want to keep it extemporaneous so you can make comments anytime, all right? So feel free to do that. Thank you, Tina. Now we go on to Sampat Patel. He's not able to have his video on, but he definitely wants to say something. Go ahead. Let me unmute you. 1 second. All right, you can unmute.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Good to have you here, Sampat.
Many thanks to all the founders for attending this meeting, and thank you from the bottom of my heart, Ron Albert and Lynn Nakamoto, for inviting me to this forum. And a special thanks to Marty DeGarmo, Tony Monk, Mike Ellis, Dan Street, and Otech Pros for making this webinar a great information, because we have a lot to learn on this platform. As for today's topic on passive, the internet shakeup, yes, this thing can be 100% because our product is going to go viral on internet soon. And there are many reasons for our product to go viral, because our product is the cheapest product in the world. Apart from this, our product will come in the market with advanced features. For this reason, every single internet user will need our product. What I mean to say is that we do not need to hunt anyone to sell our product, but the whole world will make us a victim, and on that day any internet users who use our products will have to use any of the founders link first. And it is a matter of pride for all of us that if any internet user of the world will use our product, then the founders link first that he will need. With these, I thank all of you very much for listening to me, and I thank the entire team of Friday Night Live webinar. Thank you very much for conducting such a wonderful webinar. Thank you, Lynn, and thank you also. Thank you, Rob German. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sampath Patel. We also want to acknowledge your help of supporting many webinars, including Friday Night Live. We see your posts on social media promoting all these webinars, and we really thank you because you have a good heart. We appreciate you so much. Next, we go on to William Norris. Go ahead, William Norris. Let me unmute you. Hold on a sec. Okay, you can speak now. Unmute. There's an unmute button.
Can you hear me
You
now?
see that? Yeah, we do. Go ahead.
Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate you and everybody here for the fantastic webinar. You know, I think the internet shakeup is very fitting for where we are right now. And everybody did a great job touching on it. You know, we're looking at existing companies and regular users, but what about the new people that have not been able to be a user because of affordability? You know, when we factor in these new people, kind of broadens the picture a little bit, and we're adding a whole new field of users. So, you know, I think this will cause even another complete shakeup.
Indeed. Thank you for your feedback.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Do we have anybody else who wants to say a few words? I see we got Daryl Cook. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say on that point, you know, a lot of people, when I was teaching school and trying to help kids go to college, they used to say, well, yeah, but you know, the colleges are going to get saturated, and why are you doing that? And I used to say, you know, there's kids turning 18 every day, and there's people who are learning technology every day. So that was an excellent point. I just wanted to comment on that. We're not going to run out of users, and there's new users every day.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, William. We go now to Bob Pitusi.
Yes, Auntie Lynn, I just wanted to follow up. I know, respond to Miss Gladys. She talked about O-Tracker. It was my brother Vincent who talked about O-Tracker, but I just want to emphasize that to me, the way I see O-Tracker is a very significant product as well. You know, I think that O-Tracker is going to surprise us greatly. O-Tracker to me is a product that every business owner everywhere around the world will need. You know, Mr. Mufara and our team in Hyderabad, they have done a masterful job. O-Tracker indeed is business intelligence and artificial intelligence are combined together. But Mr. Mufara is not even talking about it. It is a product that is going to surprise us. You know, it's going to shake up the internet, because everywhere around the world, every customer, every business owner, small, or even the woman in Cameroon who is selling fish on the street could use O-Tracker to her benefit. And in Papua New Guinea, everywhere around the world, India, in the villages around India, yeah, you know. And then I also wanted to bring us our consciousness again to what my brother Oliver said in his opening when he spoke. You know, our founder, Mr. Mufara, has told us, has given us as much information as he can at the moment. Our products are ready, you know. Most of the things that he's told us, it is what it is. You know, let us remember that right now, Mr. Mufara has, you know, professionals, specialists around him, advisors, people that are specialists that are looking at the market conditions, that are looking at the situations, and he's now relying on advice from the technicians, the people who are, you know, doing the work. And Mr. Mufara is going to cross his T's and dot his I's until when it is ready for us to go out to the market. You know, we are in the industry. For me, personally, the place that we are right now, based on what I know, the magnitude of ONPASSIVE, I'm surprised. So I beckon on every single one of us to just relax. Let our founder do the job for us. He's working, but he's carrying 1.4 million people on his back. He's told us to relax, let him do the work. Just let him do his work. I think he's at the point where now he has hired specialists in various areas and he's listening to advice, and he's going to take on that advice to move us cautiously ahead. Because when ONPASSIVE launches, I've said this before, he has one bullet in his chamber. There are companies that are waiting with thousands of employees, HR employees that are going to come into ONPASSIVE on day one. We don't have room for error. If you make a mistake on day one, you are done. So Ash Mufara is making sure that everything, he's making assurance double sure. That's what our founder is doing right now. We are very close. We are at the verge. Let's just be patient. Let him roll the ball down the field until we get to the end zone. Thank you.
Good point, and have faith in him, because he's
trust
there
and
for us.
loyalty, faith. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Now we go to Dan Street.
Yeah, it was just when we were talking about all the new people that are coming onto the internet, I was just thinking about the impact that ONPASSIVE is going to have on all of those new people, because keep in mind, we're having a lot of free products that they can download. We're going to have 5 right off the bat, but they can download and organize their internet life. They communicate with their contacts. They'll have what Omail and Opal and a lot of the other ones that'll be free online. And what does that do? Right when they're looking at those, they're exposed to every single other product that we have. So the magnitude, as I said before, the magnitude of this is just through the roof. But the free products is key. It's big for us.
Indeed. I mean, really, who can resist free? You know, we're all human, and when we see free, we want to try it, we want to use it, and Ash Mufara knows that, and so he's a brilliant marketer indeed. All right, so next we go on to, who's next? Tony Monk, I believe. I hope I'm going in order.
It's Tony.
Tony, okay, Tony, come on down, Tony.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dan hit the nail right on the head. The free products are going to be huge, because it's going to be bringing in a heck of a lot of people to when they come in to use the free products. they're going to look at the whole platform, and they're going to see things that they're going to eventually buy into the future. William Norris also brought up a good point as well about the price of the products. The price of the products are going to be available to the majority of people on the planet because they're going to be a very low price. But the value of the products are a heck of a lot more than the price that the customers are going to pay. I like doing researches. I did a research on Google just a few minutes ago. You know how many people are looking for a human resources platform right now, a digital human resources platform? 1.9 billion people last month were looking for a human resources platform. That's just one product compared to all the products we have. Okay. So back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. That was good. Now we have Collins who would like to speak.
Lynn, thank you. You know, Bob just fired me up when Bob mentioned something about one bullet. So, you know, and Oliver talked about that patience is the key. You know, there is always this thing I always say in most webinars. I said, it is not the builder, the person who build the plane. It is the person who push the button and give the confirmations that the plane is okay to fly. And when it's not okay, what happened? It goes, flies and kills dozens. We always see that a lot. You know, it is not the massiveness of ONPASSIVE. You know, when you look at ONPASSIVE, it is really, really massive and there is no room for error. No room, because we have just one shot. The customer will not wait for you. Even as the founders, remember that we are customers. What happened if they push that button and it fails? All of us will run away. We will say, Mr. Ashmofara is a thief. Yeah, it's true. It's that. It's that. We know, we'll call him names. But when they push that button and it goes right, it will be the hero. Like Bob said, we give him time to do his work because we know sometimes if you are not in the industry, you will never know how many times sometimes they push the button and they roll back because we don't see it. I've been in that situation where many launches where you give the go, they push the button, they look at it and they roll back. Even before we had the meeting with CEO, I was in a launch, you know, go live. They call it go live. I was there to prepare the everything. What happened? I jumped out of the meeting because it took us the time we set for go live, the time elapsed and we have to roll back and stay. So I just said, you know what? We can't do it. I'm leaving this because I've been there for almost 2 hours getting everything ready because it's not only pushing the button. You have to make sure this is ready, database is ready. Everybody say, yes, we are ready before you can push that button. You know, what happened? We didn't do it the next day, then we roll it out. It is not easy. It's easy to say, put it out. But it is not easy if you're in the industry because you'll be sweating. If they put you there and said, okay, you give the go. Can you push that button? Can you swear and say, yes, if I push this button, everything is said and done because it's a chain command. Somebody must tell you yes. This person must tell you yes before you come to the CEO. And before you say yes, you must be 100% sure that if you tell the CEO, push that button, nothing will happen. That is the situation all the IT engineers are under pressure because there is no chance. It is not how many hours you spend doing the work. It is the time you said it is right. You can spend 1 second, great. Spend thousands of hours, worthless hour, nothing happens. You'll be fired the next day. You're either hired or fired. You can be hired today and you fired the next day because you said they should push that button. And when they push it, who will answer the question is the CEO facing the customers, facing people like us, not the engineers working for that project. But when the CEO come back, take that blame, come back, what will happen to you? All of you will be filtered because you didn't do your job right. So just want to say it is a massive project, massive. And all the founders must be patient. We must be patient and pray for the engineers, pray for our CEO, because if they tell you what is happening inside the software development house, inside Hyderabad, honestly, if they want to tell us the bad days, most of us will run away because we see it every day. There are things that we sit and we talk to the old people among ourselves. We know what happened among us because they are normal human beings like me. You know, sometimes they can get ill. Sometimes they can be under pressure. Sometimes their brain cannot take it again. They just like have that blackout. You cannot think anymore and you have time to rest. But you know what? The customer will not even care if you are resting or because most of the company will work for their own money driven. Thank God for ONPASSIVE, they put customers first. Value, value, value. So Mr. Ashmore value the health of all those people. Other companies don't value you. You either produce or go. They don't care if you are sick or not. Before you eat, they even give you sick leave. Last time there was a policy by company. If you are sick, they have to authorize before you accept. Before they must authorize it before you can shut down your laptop and say, yes, I'm sick. So what if you are dying? I said, what if ambulance is there to carry you? What would they do? These are the questions we ask. Very challenging environment. They must authorize, yes, you are sick before you go home. You cannot just pick your bag and go. So this is it. So I'm just saying that we must be patient with ONPASSIVE. We are really in a good place. Mr. Ashford is a good CEO who comes and always dime. Most CEO don't even talk to you. So we have a CEO that will come and commune with us, tell us stories and make us, but sometimes even in his own bad day, he puts a brave face and smile with us. You know, so I just want to say this spirit out there. Thank you, Bob, for bringing that, and Oliver. Thank you.
Thank you, Collins. And yes, we need to be patient and we need to be appreciative of what we have at hand. Sometimes we take things for granted, but we are in such a great place. Thank you, Collins. Now we have Oliver Fonte.
Oh, my. When we talk about the internet shakeup and all the good stories, explanation that my brothers have given, can we think, or do we know that the internet shakeup, the customers, 1.4 plus million customers, we are founders, we are customers that will get into the market? Have you ever thought about that? Tell me which company that has come to the market day one with 1.4 million customers. I don't, if they flush the rest, it might be 1.3, 1.4, but let's say 1.4. That is the internet shakeup. Guarantee customers 1.4 million, guarantee. And with that 1.4 million, the company can still run in the next 2-3 years. Just with the founders, that we are resellers and customers. Our products, unlimited. That's the internet shakeup. Our products, unlimited. Tell me which CEO that will not come. Like the CEO has said in the Marty DeGamo's show yesterday, 5 billion users will use our product. Yes, they will. You like it or not, you will use it. Look at the technology that is built around our products. AI, automation, integration. Tell me which company. That is the internet shakeup. We are 3-5 years ahead of all the other companies. When you go to onpassive.com, they'll route you to one of us, the 1.4 million founders. With your own domain, tell me which company. Google, Facebook, they have but one domain. When you log facebook.com, bam, that's the domain. Google.com, bam, that's the domain. ONPASSIVE, we have 1.4 plus million domains account. Each and every founder, you own a domain account for free. That's the internet shakeup. They will come back to your domain, your website to buy. The CEO has assured us that. We, the founders, they come back to us to buy. All of us. That is the internet shakeup. Look at the structure. Look at the structure that Mr. Ashmore has put in front of us. They'll buy. Look at Opal. I think one of my brothers just talked about it also. Opal, that comes with all virtual on it. If you have 2G, you step you up to 4G. My grandmother in the village will use it. I will talk to her, communication, no interruption. Oh, bless. A lot of us are going to contribute money for Obless. Like my brother Bob talked about missionaries for Africa. We have Chris Johnson's own also. All of us, most of us are going to have our own personal NGO to help. The world is going to be a better place through ONPASSIVE. The world is now in recession. Our products are going to be affordable, unlimited, no licenses. Most CEOs will come to ONPASSIVE because there will be no licenses. Our products are going to be affordable. They will put more money into employees' their pocket because now the softwares and that they were using, they will come all to ONPASSIVE to come get an affordable price. The excess money now, they'll give raise to employees, give them more money for bonuses. Tell me, that is the internet shakeup because of one man, Mr. Ash Pofara. Auntie Lynn, thank you.
Thank you so much, Oliver. So now we're going to take it back to the gallery so we can see everybody. Wave, everybody. Say hi to each other. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you guys got something out of it. I certainly did. I got a lot out of it. That's what it's all about, lifelong learning, right? So right now, I would like to say our thanks to those who have helped to make this webinar go and flourish. And I also want to remind you about upcoming webinars that are happening over the next few days. So let's go over the webinars first. We have OTech Pros tomorrow at 11 a.m. It runs for about 2 hours. So that's Saturday, every Saturday, 11 a.m. Then we have the Milo Show that's at 2 p.m. And this is all Eastern time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, every Saturday. And on Sunday, we have the Papua New Guinea webinar that happens at midnight Eastern time. So just take a nap if you need to. And then we have the Heroes webinar on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. I hope I didn't miss any of the major ones, but we would love to see you there and try to attend whatever you can. I think we all gain from the various webinars out there. I also would like to give Oh, my husband said, don't forget to say midnight chat. So we have, my husband and I are just started a late night chat, which is at midnight Eastern time. So we put the link on my YouTube channel. We stream to various YouTube channels, including Marty DeGarmo's and Conference channel. And it's also on my Facebook profile and in my LinkedIn. So there's different ways you can access the live. So it's going to start in about a couple of hours, and we hope that you can make it. We love interacting with you and hope that you'll make it. Okay, so now I want to give our thanks. I'm going to start with none other than Marty DeGarmo, because he's the guy that opens up our webinar. We get to use the corporate account, and we get this live stream to 20 channels. And we never take him for granted because this is such a big benefit to all of us. And we also want to thank John Barilla and Listra Tuak. They are our webinar chat monitors. They also monitor some of the YouTube chats as well. Thank you to John Barilla and Listra Tuak. And I think that it went well tonight. I didn't see anything challenging. So everybody was well behaved in the chat. Thank you to my husband, Rob Gorman. He greeted all of you at the beginning, and he also was helping monitor the chats. Appreciate that. Thank you to Myra Aquino. She is the lady who creates our graphics. So she creates the promotional graphics, okay? So that's what she does for us. And then we have Bill Must, who produced this Zoom background that we use every week. Thank you to Bill Must. Thank you to our promoters. You know, we have behind the scenes people that share this webinar with people they know, and they help us on social media as well. And they all make a big difference to making sure that Friday night gets known to the world. We also want to thank our speakers. We had Dan and Mike and Daryl and others that spoke. Thank you very much. And most of all, we want to thank our attendees, for without you, we would not have a Friday Night Live. And we'd like to hear from you, and we want to know what you think and what you feel. So thank you very much. Let's take it to the gallery. And this is our time to say aloha to each other. So I'm going to unmute you all and enjoy the goodbyes. See you next week, Sunday. I mean, it's Friday. See you next week, Friday, for Friday Night Live. All right? Let me unmute you guys. There you go. Unmute.
Love you.
Thank you,
Love you. Good
Yeah.
night,
Everyone.
Good night, good
Bye.
night, good
Night,
night,
everyone.
good night.
See you from Australia. Good to see you, Rafi.
You're
Bye.
my bestest friend.
Bye.
Everyone from Canada.
Thank you, Mike, for all your insight. And
See some of you soon.
yeah, amigos de Martin,
Yeah.
where are you?
thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn.
Martin,
Thank you, Lynn.
Bye bye, Gladys.
love you all.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
For
Bye.
the world.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Runa.
Bye.
Bye, Glory.
Night, ONPASSIVE family.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everybody. Woo, see you at the next one.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Alan, sing a song.
Great webinar tonight.
Goodbye, everyone.
Prayers for
Listen,
Ron, Lynn. Send it to him.
Thank you, thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
I
Thank
was
you.
supposed to sing this song. I was supposed to play this song. Hang on.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
Good evening, everyone from Papua New Guinea.
From
Chevy Chase, Maryland, the United States of America.
Good evening, Rona. Good to see you.
Good night, Lynn.
Good night.
Hi, Myra. Good night. Martin, say good night. Good night. Shake it off. Shake it off.
I love that, Tina.
Shake it off. Alrighty, that's enough.
Friday night. It's Friday night.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Penny.
Good night, Sister Tina.
Nothing
Good
good. See
night
you
from
soon.
New
See
York,
you later.
Brooklyn. Hi,
Thank you
John
so much.
from Brooklyn. Good night.
Bye, Gianna.
Hi,
Diana.
everyone.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Diana.
Good night from New York.